The cream of corporate leadership gathered in Auckland last night for the inaugural Business Desk CEO Index Awards, and the winner of the Startup CEO category, Mario Wynands from PikPok, joins me now in the studio. Good morning, Mario, and congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, look, so tell us a bit about PikPok for a start, because unlike its other similar name to TikTok, it's nothing to do with social media, right? You guys are making games.
Yeah, we're a studio based in Wellington, but also with a satellite studio in Medellin, Colombia, and we make and publish video games for mobile phone, PlayStation, PC, pretty much everything.
And for quite a while now, even though this was a startup award, I think the justification there was every time you launch a new game, it's a wee bit like a startup or like you're starting over. Would that be fair?
Yeah, I guess we've been waiting a long time to be an overnight success. So, yeah, pretty liberal definition of startup, I think.
Is that an important thing to remember when you're trying to start something, as so many people do when they've got an idea, that there's a huge amount of persistence required?
Yeah, I think it's really important to continually stay hungry, to continue to reflect on where you're at in the market, understand the changes, the pressures. So having a little bit of startup fear and startup excitement at all times is probably the right way to be.
Is the gaming industry in pretty good nick at the moment? I mean, are we doing well?
I think globally, like a lot of industries, the video game industry has seen a lot of pressure from flat consumer markets, but in New Zealand, we're actually beating those odds. We've continued to grow year on year. This year, the New Zealand Game Developers Association announced over $750 million in export revenue for the last financial year. So continuing to be successful, new companies coming through, older companies continuing to grow.
And I guess this is the kind of money that you can make without necessarily needing to ship product, worry about a supply chain. It's digital, right? So it moves around a lot more freely and it touches anyone anywhere who's keen to get into it.
Yeah, very lightweight industry, great for creating and retaining IP within the country as well. Very people-focused industry with highly skilled jobs. So definitely the sort of industry I think that can help New Zealand in this next phase of our economy.
Probably a bit of a helping hand for Wellington too, having a business that's actually starting and running there rather than sort of shutting down and winding back. It's been a bit of a down vibe in the capital for a while, yeah?
I guess you get a little bit of that feeling, and with some of the austerity that we've had in government, that's put some pressure on a lot of local businesses, hospitality in particular. So, you kind of have to do what you can to support local business, but there is hope, I think. I do see good things for the economy nationally, and for Wellington in particular. I'm a long-term Wellingtonian, grew up in Lower Hutt, but Wellington City, college boy. I'm really optimistic about Wellington for the long term.
Do you think, just thinking back to the awards, which were there to try and, I guess, catch, a bit like parenting, catching your kids doing well, catch CEOs doing well, reward them a little bit for progress rather than just sort of pointing out the paychecks and that kind of thing like media tend to do. I mean, is that something we honestly need to do a little bit more of, maybe? Try and look at some of the successes?
I guess for me personally, it's good to take my head out of the weeds for a while and sit back and reflect on, oh wow, we're actually doing pretty well, and it's great to get the recognition, so really appreciate that from Business Desk. But yeah, I think sometimes it's just amazing when you discover what's going on in New Zealand and just seeing the kind of world-class businesses and people and products and services that we're building here. So it's really exciting to be in that sort of room and to feel that energy in taking on the world.
And to make it here nice and fresh and early the next morning as well. Startup CEO of the Year, PikPok's Mario Wynands. Thank you very much for joining us.